The idea expressed in this quote, often associated with Friedrich Nietzsche, cuts straight to one of the most uncomfortable truths about growth. Becoming something greater almost always requires letting go of who you once were. Nietzsche believed that real transformation isn't gentle or convenient. It is disruptive. It demands that parts of you, your old beliefs, your comfort zones, your habits, even your identity, must die so that something stronger, wiser, and more authentic can take their place. This isn't physical death, of course, but a series of internal endings. And each ending creates space for a new beginning. Think about a person who has always defined themselves by stability, someone who avoids risks, follows expectations, and stays within safe boundaries. One day they realize they want more: a meaningful career, a creative life, or a purpose-driven path. To move forward, they must kill the version of themselves that clings to safety. That version cannot coexist with the courage required for change. Letting go feels like loss, even grief, but it's also the birth of something new. Or consider someone who has been hurt deeply in relationships. They may build walls to protect themselves, becoming distant or guarded. But if they want to experience genuine love and connection again, they must let that protective identity fade. They must risk vulnerability. In doing so, they allow a stronger, more open version of themselves to emerge. One shaped not just by pain, but by resilience. This process happens again and again throughout life. Each time you outgrow a mindset, leave behind a limiting belief, or step into a more honest version of yourself, you undergo a kind of death. And each time, it feels uncomfortable because it challenges your sense of identity. But this discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. It is proof that something is changing. There is also a deeper idea here about legacy. Nietzsche wasn't just talking about personal success. He was pointing to the kind of impact that lasts beyond a lifetime. Whether it's through ideas, art, leadership, or the way you influence others, anything that truly endures requires this constant process of self-overcoming. You cannot create something timeless while remaining unchanged. For example, many great innovators and thinkers didn't succeed by holding on to one fixed version of themselves. They evolved. They questioned their own assumptions. They abandoned what no longer worked. Their willingness to repeatedly start over is what allowed them to create something meaningful and lasting. At its core, this idea highlights a powerful tension. We all want growth, but we resist the loss that comes with it. We want to become more, but we fear what we must leave behind. Nietzsche's message is clear: there is no transformation without sacrifice. There is no evolution without discomfort. But there is also something deeply empowering in this. It means you are not fixed. You are not trapped by your past, your habits, or your current identity. You have the ability to reinvent yourself, again and again, as many times as life demands. So when you find yourself in a moment of change, when something familiar is falling away or no longer fits, don't see it only as an ending. See it as part of the process. A necessary step in becoming someone who can create, influence, and live more meaningfully. Because in the end, the version of you that you're becoming will always require the courage to let go of the version you once were.